My name's Tina and I work for an organisation called Together, which is a service that helps people with mental health issues. We're based in St Leonards on Sea and I'm a community support worker, the Driftwood Mirror Project. I met with Barry Cooper, who is the Neighbourhood Enablers capacity builder, and I invited him up to Hastings Resource Centre, where I organised a meeting with roughly about 10 people who use our service. We talked about what we were going to do, what the aims of the project would be. We were going to be making driftwood mirrors to sell at St Leonards Festival, and we met with Barry Thomas, the training officer, and we spent the day at Winchelsea Beach collecting driftwood and shells and flotsam and jetsam. I arranged to take some people over to HFS in Bexhill, and we were introduced to Ron, and he was the gentleman who ran the workshops, and he showed us how to put them all together and assemble them. Everybody was quite enthusiastic and they quite enjoyed it. I was also quite surprised about the creativity people had. We'd also sourced the materials, carried on the project at Hastings Resource Centre because we do have an art room, so people could all take part in making them because it was so popular. I think that it benefited a lot of people, it brought a lot of good teamwork, people worked really well together, and I think what we produced was very good, and I think it would benefit the community if we went on to do something similar in the future.
My name's Cliff and I founded Allergy Support, and we are a very small support group, and we are designed to bring people together that are seeking answers to the debilitating effects of allergies and food intolerances. There are support groups within the UK, but they are of a very narrow definition, and although the government health watchdog will tell us about 21 million adults have got allergies of one sort or another, there is no one group that actually caters for everybody's needs. And that's what we plan to do, because if you look at the overall situation, then everybody is allergic to something. I can't read that from here, but certainly...
What difference do you think your project's made?
The difference we've made is very simply answered. I have letters because we are I'm sorry, we've got people turning up, because we are producing, if you like, because we are producing a library, and our library is based on experiences, and those experiences will tell us that people are enjoying being together with people, with those of a similar disposition, and they're learning from each other, and they're learning to cope with their conditions.
And what do you think the future holds for allergy support?
The future holds, it's unlimited. There's something like 15,000 members within the Rother region. We've got a year's worth of social activities, which we're going to talk about tonight. We've got a year's worth of learning, which we're going to get into. So that's what we do. I have to say the catalyst for all this, from a very small idea, I went to see a chap called Pete Rill, Neighbourhood Enablers, where I thought that was going to be the start point. Took the idea, and he picked it up and ran with it. And fantastic. The guidance has been absolutely colossal. Absolutely colossal. He's helped us with leaflets, with design, with layout, given us computer training. And so whereas we started as a bunch of, if you like, enthusiastic amateurs, he's put us on the right route.
Andy, I am involved with the Rye Bonfire Night project. I have worked in the community over the last several years, initially to get Rye Community Centre opened after it being closed, having previously been a school. Tinning Green holding the biggest population in Rye, Rye being a historic medieval town, it seemed over the years recently Tilling Green has been less involved with Rye as a whole, and it was becoming, in my opinion, a fairly quiet, gloomy place to live. So this project has been part of an ongoing movement to reignite people's feelings about where they live and the value that they can put into a community. And this project has been a wonderful experience involving a great many organisations, groups. Initially, I approached Flora at Rye Community Centre, working for the Hastings Trust Neighbourhood Enablers project, to find out if it was a possibility that Rye and Tilling Green could be involved in the Rye Bonfire Night project, given that Tilling Green is the starting point for this annual event, but has recently become a fairly quiet place on Bonfire Night. The idea being a legacy which will be an event every year. It was discussed. We had a very short time in which to get this project together. It's still ongoing, and the whole thing comes to its finale, if you like, on Saturday, the 10th, this Saturday, and we're all looking very much forward to taking part, watching it, and knowing that we all work together, a great many of us, and made this possible and made it an enjoyable event, and one which will be fairly unforgettable.
Just say your name and what the project name was.
My name is Tatiana Williamson, and our project is called Planting a Seed.
Okay. And what did the project involve?
It involves the fund from the community first, which is a matching fund. And the idea was that in return for caring about plants, people are given planters with seedlings.
Mm-hmm.
And at the beginning we only guess if the project will work, because to make people out of the houses, it was very difficult. First, with the help of Barry from Hastings Trust, we leafleted the area, and we received a wonderful response that people said, wonderful idea, wonderful idea. This communication between all people of all ages is simply amazing, how it emerges. And even the student house, who at first embarrassed the whole street by their behavior, like in the campus style behavior, now a part of our community project, and we are very glad to invite more and more people. And they are queuing now, and they contact us and asking for planters. We already run out of planters and plants, and we have donations, and we have wonderful donors, and people like to share and even come from other areas now to help their relatives who can't do it themselves or can't go out. And there are people who simply look through the windows, and their relatives claim that it is so cheering to look at their plants that they're happy for them, because it's actually help. For example, daughter-in-law, she says that it helps her to care for her mother-in-law, because now she has her own garden to look out of her window. And there are so many wonderful examples how it helps people to feel healthier and to simply to feel happier and to feel part of our family.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Tatiana. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Natalie Richmond, and I represent a group called the Friends of Battle and Robertsford Children's Centres, and our group is designed to help promote the good work of the Children's Centre and also to fundraise for them. At the moment, we're trying to raise money for Macathon to be used widely within the Children's Centre, and that's mainly because the Children's Centre has to close its additional needs group. And so we thought it'd be great to promote integration by raising money and awareness of additional needs within Battle. Neighbourhood Enablers have made it possible for us to go ahead and win and secure some funding and hopefully maximum training will be available to parents in Battle very soon. Also, they've helped us with marketing, with newspapers and contact with media. They've been really enthusiastic. They've helped us event training, and we are so grateful to them. And we wouldn't be where we are without their support, because they've done a fantastic job putting us in line with the right contacts and just pushing us along and making sure we're staying on top of everything and being super enthusiastic.
So, who are you?
I'm Helen McGackie. I'm a teacher and a parent.
And what was the Neighbourhood Enablers project that you worked on, the idea you came up with?
I was interested in a playground that was taken out of action in my area, and was quite upset about it. So I was looking around at what I could do to kind of take up that challenge, and I found out about the Neighbourhood Enablers. And at that stage I would have normally just have left it and maybe written a letter about it, and that was it. But after meeting with Barry, I found like lots of things that I could do, kind of lots of action plans that I could come up with to try and address this problem that I saw. And it resulted in setting up a residents association, which was a challenge, but obviously with the help from Barry and the Neighbourhood Enablers, I could actually take on that challenge and feel supported in doing that and taking it on.
So is the residents association up and running?
It's partly there. We've got lots of people interested and been liaising with other agencies like the council and councillors, but it's a bit of an ongoing thing at the moment. So yeah, but we're definitely trying to involve more people, get more people on board. So it's not just a few people in my area in Silver Hill. It's like going to grow, hopefully, to be a bit bigger. How
many people have sort of, even expressed an interest in sort of being a part of the process or being involved in some capacity? Any ideas?
I've got quite a few people in my area, so about 10 people, 10 families that are really up for the challenge. Quite a few more people have expressed interest. We're just trying to pin that down so we get people to attend our meetings and to actually become more involved. But definitely a core of about 10 who are really up for it.
Okay, and obviously there wasn't an existing residents association in the area.
No, there was one like years ago, 10 years ago, but there's not one currently. So obviously we're trying to start it up again.
And the aims of the RA are not going to solely be the reintroduction of the playground. That's looking less and less likely anyway.
Yeah.
But obviously they're going to, I'm guessing, would broaden to include other sort of local issues that the community wants to address in.
Yeah, we've kind of broadened to look at lots of different issues. The play provision is one, not necessarily like play equipment, but looking at what we can do for maybe some events for children in the area. I actually did a survey to try and find out what people wanted, and lots of people had kids or were interested in something for kids, so we're going to look at that like an event on that space, hopefully, and also other things we're looking into, things like parking and litter, and just generally trying to improve our area like as a group of residents. So it's sort of been a catalyst, the playground, but I'm interested in developing like just lots of things now and sort of involving people to become more of a community together, which is like the main aim for me anyway, for like joining together.
Marvellous. Thank you very much indeed, Helen.
Okay.
Cheers.